What's exciting? What is exciting here? Ready? Okay. Tennis balls. Check. Take your ball. You want the ball? Henry, you want the ball? Charlie? Get the ball. Go! I'm right there. So, this door leaks really badly. Cold air? Well, hot air too, I guess in the summer, I just realized that. But I was going to fix it, and I thought, why don't I make a video about barking dogs? Come on, man, come. Henry, come. I thought, why don't I make a video about how to fix this, because it's an old building with an old door, and maybe you'll learn something, or at the very least, you get to have your camera whacked by a Labrador tail. All right, today on GardenFork, ready? Here we go. Come on, out. They forgot the ball again. Go!
Make, fix, grow, cook. GardenFork.
So our challenge today, fix as much of the leaks as we can without dumping a ton of money. Because ideally what we should do here is replace this door, because it's actually an interior door set as an exterior door. It's not double glazed, it's not insulated, yada yada. But we don't have the cash for that. So let's walk through a couple of things we're gonna try, see what happens. I was just running my hand along the door frame right here, and I could feel cold air coming in. A little bit of cold air here too as well. So let me show you what I found. When you pull this off, you can gently pull these off. I'll show you the tool I use for this, but you've got that. And that, cosmetically, you don't see it because it's covered with this, but thermatically, is that the word? Cold-wise, that's all cold air coming in there, because this is basically a straight shot. There's another piece of trim on the outside of the door, but there's cold air coming in here. So I'm going to show you how to fix that, okay? So let's go outside. First of all, this is hollow. It's not flush up against the brick, and I don't expect it to be. There's cold air coming in here, going behind the pine trim, behind the trim in the inside and into the house. So it's easier to take the indoor trim off than the outdoor. Ideally, we would take this off as well, but it's about 20 degrees and the temperature's gonna drop today. So, yeah, I can see some big cracks here. But we're gonna work on the inside today because it's a little warmer and it's easy. There you go. Come on, I got work to do. We gotta go inside. I can't play right now. So I can redo this gasket here. I've already put new foamy material here, and that helps when the door closes. And I also put a sweep here. This is quite a gap here at the top. This is just the top piece. I haven't even taken off the sides yet. And if you put your hand here, wow, cold air. Come on. Nothing is ever straightforward in a 110-year-old house. So I want to get this piece of trim here, which is wrapping around this wood column, because there's a load-bearing wall that they removed, long story. But I need to get this piece of trim out, and it's nailed in, and the hinges are keeping it from me getting it out. So I have to be a little creative, but I have a favorite tool for this kind of thing. This is really good for prying off trim. It has a really narrow, what's that? Well, like crowbars kind of have a blunt end. This goes really in nicely. So I'm gonna try and pry this out. If not, I have a little mini hacksaw. I can cut the nails heads off and pull this off, but it'll take a while. So here we go. So this is gonna go in. The nail head is right here, which is the challenge. I've got that to go out, but I'm hitting the hinge here. So if I've got this out, let me show you a little trick I do. This is a nice tool. Mini hacksaw, don't cheap out. I'll list this tool and a bunch of the others I'm using in the show notes below. But this, I'm gonna cut the, it's kind of hard holding a camera doing this. I'm gonna put this behind here, and cut the nail off on the back end, This will allow this to come off. But they sell cheap versions of this and they will break. This thing has saved me on a lot of jobs. You're in an old building, you need to get this thing off. It's not an inexpensive tool, but it's worth it. So here we go. All right. Nice. So that, all the way through now. There we go. So looking at this side, it's not too bad. I'm just going to use caulk in there. It's a fairly small gap, and a high quality caulk will work really well. Going up, it's a big gap. Caulk is not going to work there. You can't, it'll fall in on itself basically. So we're going to use one of my favorite tools, spray foam. Okay, couple rules with using spray foam. I love spray foam. It kind of just, I'm big on insulation if you can't tell. Couple things here. First of all, cover up anything that you don't want spray foam on. When you're spray foaming, that's my visual for foaming, it's going to drop onto your floor. So put this down so your floor doesn't get foam on it. 2, masking tape. Tape off what you don't want spray foam to get on, because it's just gonna fill, and then a little later it's gonna go boom and kind of grow a little bit. So this makes it easier to get that growth off. This is a must. And clothing that you don't care about, because you're gonna get spray foam on you or your clothes. You don't want to get it on your arms, because when it dries it really hurts to get off. So clothing you don't care about, or work clothing basically. Gloves, some eye protection. We're good to go. Shake this up really well. A little bit of spray foam goes a long way because it's going to expand. The door and sash or window and door spray foam is a minimally expanding spray foam. The idea is it's not going to warp the door frame so the door won't close, but it still does expand, so keep that in mind, okay? A little bit goes a long way. So here we go. And I try and shoot it in the crack there, and I move this along, and then you'll just kind of get a feel for it, and there'll be a kind of a zen flow to your spray foam. You can go back in and seal any gaps that you've noticed. I don't know, I just get excited about spray foam. It's one of those things. But let's watch this dry. You can kind of see it's already blowing out, which is a good thing. It's foaming out, I guess is the word. And this is a reusable brand, so if you clean out the straw tube and the little applicator, or this white part here, I don't know what that's called, the trigger, I use a coat hanger and I run it through water. It doesn't do a great job, but you can not reuse it. You can still use what's left in the can for another project, but fairly soon, because this stuff hardens up. So this, we're just gonna let this dry, and this will actually puff out a little bit more, and then we'll cut it off. Get the most expensive caulk you can find. Don't cheap out on your caulk, because you only want to do this once, right? So this is a quality, all-purpose, outdoor, waterproof caulk. This has an odor to it, so you might want to wear an organic vapor mask or have the windows open, but it's freezing cold. And I'm not doing a lot of it, so I'm just going to run this bead, and then we'll be out of here. Who's this? Who's this? Is it nice out there? Remember this? I barely sprayed it in there, but just to show you how much it can grow, boom, it pushes out. And I like to let it dry overnight, because this, you can break this off, but I think you're better off taking a long blade, like a utility knife blade or a hacksaw blade, and just slicing it down. Because if you break this off on the inside, you're pulling out some of the insulation. But don't eat this, throw it out, okay? This is my tool bucket on wheels. I made a video about this a while ago. Maybe I'll update it. But I've got some favorite tools that I use, and I don't buy a lot of fancy tools. I buy tools that are good and last. But if you want to, I'll link to that video below. Then you have to click below to watch the link, or there'll be a link at the end of the show there. But if in case you're curious about tools to have, I have some thoughts on that. Okay, ear protection, eye protection, brad nailer. Put this all back together. There's no breeze here. Isn't that nice? Big difference, really big difference, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
We noticed last night that there wasn't this blast of cold air coming through, so that's pretty cool. If you want to learn more about me and my world, there should be some videos floating here. And also, if you click the down button, there'll be a bunch of text below the video. And you just kind of learn about Eric and stuff, I guess. But I always want to hear from you, so comments below, right? I learn from you because I'm not the expert. So, all right, make it a great day.
You gotta go shovel.
Yeah, see ya.